Continue to the previous three graphical methods, that is the single dose related maximum as a IV bolus. Now we can discuss the determination of Km and Vmax, Km and Vmax from steady state plasma drug concentration. For the steady state, we can use here multiple dosage regimens. So the CSS, that is SS means here steady state of plasma drug concentration of drug administered as a constant rate IV infusion overall as a multiple dosage regimen means here dose interval is given in terms of dosing rate, that is DR. Here dosing rate we can mention DR in the Michaelis-Menten equation. Instead of dC by dt we can use here DR and CSS, that is the steady state in the concentration terms. So the equation dC by dt, instead of dC by dt we can use dr is equal to Vmax, C actual in Michaelis-Menten equation, but we can here as a plasma the concentration steady state, so CSS by Km plus CSS. This is the actual form of the again Michaelis-Menten equation in the multiple doses regimen, that is to maintain the steady state plasma drug concentration. Okay, Michaelis-Menten equation. Next we have to draw again a plot of CSS versus dr yields curvilinear plot. That is curvilinear plot CSS dr on the x-axis or y-axis, get the one curvilinear plot. This is Km. This is the graph we can obtain from steady state. As it is what we discussed earlier, Lineweaver-Burke plot, like as same we can use the graphical method. First one is Lineweaver-Burke plot. Previously what we can take in Lineweaver-Burke plot is reciprocal of Michaelis-Menten equation. As it is here we can also take the reciprocal of this equation. So 1 by dr is equal to Km by Vmax into CSS plus 1 by Vmax. So a plot of 1 by dr versus 1 by CSS is a straight line with slope Km by Vmax and y-intercept 1 by Vmax. This is graphical representation of this Lineweaver-Burke plot. Here 1 by Vmax you can get 1 by CSS on the x-axis, y-axis, here 1 by dr onto the y-axis. Slope is km by Vmax. Km by Vmax. This is about the line wave work plot regarding the steady state plasma drug concentration, and second one is direct linear plot. This method is employed to determine the dose required to achieve a desired CSS, that steady state in plasma. For this method, two doses we can see. First CSS1, CSS2 obtained with two different dosing rates. That is DR1 and DR2. They are plotted on a graph. Okay, so here we plotted on a graph, then automatically we can get two lines are drawn for two dosing rate, that is DR1 and DR2. So two lines are drawn from by joining CSS1, that is steady state, and steady state 1 2, CSS1 and CSS2 to the DR1 and DR2 respectively. And a third line is drawn from the intersection of these two lines to the desired absolute CSS value. So by the graphical, you can see here graphically, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. What he say CSS1, CSS2 obtained two different dosing rates, DR1, DR2 are plotted on a graph. Two lines are drawn. So here I can draw two lines. This is the concentration related C. So here CSS, CSS1, CSS2. Okay. On y-axis we can take dosing rate. Yes. So CSS1. Next, this is the CSS2. Okay. What he said? This is the DR1, dosing rate DR1. This is the DR2. What he says, two lines are drawn by joining CSS1, this is the CSS1 and CSS2 with respect to DR1 and DR2. And a third line here, is drawn from the intersection of these two lines. The third line is intersection of this is the third intersection of these two. So the third line is again drawn to the x-axis. This is the desired CSS. Okay, this is the desired CSS. Here Vmax and Km are determined by extrapolating the point of intersection of the lines joining CSS1 and DR1 and CSS2 and DR2. So here extrapolating means you can see here extrapolating onto the y-axis, onto the x-axis. You can get the here Vmax and here you can get the Km. Okay, this is about the second direct linear plot, and last plot is direct method. For this you can, when steady state plasma drug concentration, that is CSS of a drug is known at two different doses, then Km and Vmax can be calculated to by solving directly two simultaneous equations, those are, first one is dr1 is equal to, what he says, Vmax. First equation is dr1 Vmax CSS1 by Km plus CSS1 for first dosing rate, and second dosing rate Vmax CSS2 by Km plus CSS2. Okay, now two equations we can, this is one equation, this is the second equation. Okay, upon simplification you can get those two equations. Again I am writing here, that is two equations, dr1 is equal Vmax CSS1 by here Km plus CSS1, dr2 is equal Vmax CSS2 by Km plus CSS2. Okay, next this equation can be simplified and this equation also going to be simplified. dr1